Alright, hey, what is up, cutting force out there, the lawn care community? Hey, this is Lawnmow Carlo with the Cutting Force Lawn Care channel, and yeah, I'm in a community here. I've been cutting grass for my uncle actually, and cut the grass across the street. Somebody saw me, and then my prices aren't the cheapest guy in town, and that's because I cut really good, and I trim and edge and make sure I walk away with the place looking. So I'm not interested in just the cut and goes, but got one across the street here that they haven't cut it in a while, and I was supposed to cut it last week and it was already high. And yeah, wait till you see this one. New customer now. Well, they're all across the street, so I don't mind getting new customers across the street in the same area, because if I get enough, I can let go of some of the ones that are really far out that I've been him-hawing about keeping. So long story short, let's just get right to it. This is going to be an overgrown yard. Not like Al Blade's overgrown or Juggernaut. This is going to be Lawnmow Carlo overgrown regular maintenance yard. It's the kind of crap we deal with here all the time. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to explain. This yard is crazy. I almost didn't take it because of this hill. I'm going to get my all-wheel drive 21-inch mower Husqvarna out to help me on this hill, because this angle here, the Time Master does not like these type of sloppy angles. It's not its specialty, let me put it that way. But it gets the job done. So this is the first time cutting it, so I'm just trying to figure out how to cut it. It's hard to bring big equipment on this yard, because you'll just tear this yard all up, rut the crap out of it. It's always wet here, looks like. So again, this mower just seems to fit everywhere on this types of jobs, but that's why I bring an arsenal of different machines with me. So and they were extremely happy with the way I cut the grass. So as you can see, I get different mowers out as I need them. And the big mower, I took it out just to knock down the grass. And I bring out the Time Master to do this part. I actually cut this on C because I couldn't see cutting it any lower than that on the hill only. Everywhere else I cut it on D, and the back I cut it slightly lower with my suit tech, because that's great for these kind of yards, because you never know what you come in with, and it works better. And when you have these hills, keep in mind that if you cut it low, when you hit that curve point on the hill, you're cutting it even lower. So be careful when you cut your heights on hills like that. So you almost got to cut it a little bit higher. And that's why I cut this on C versus D, which is what I cut the other side on. And yeah, I'm doing my bypass cut and just blowing it out and shooting it off to the side. So it turned out good, and I edged it up really good, and they were happy, and made good money. Here's another angle. I'll just let you watch this. I might speed it up or not, but This is a first time cut, so now I got 3 jobs on one street. Well, I had it last year. I had the one across the street that I was pretty much doing that was abandoned property that, well, anyway, this neighborhood, it's interesting. Hopefully I get some more here because it's close to home. But, not everybody wants to pay my prices around here, so it was kind of hard to even get this one. They had to call me back to tell me yes, but it's alright. I'm not doing it for nothing anymore. But, it is what it is. So, yeah, thanks for watching. So let's take a look at this here. Knocking it out. So if you watch any of my other videos, you see the method to my madness and why I'm blowing it back into the centers, because I'm going to cut it again so I don't have to bag it. And you'll see that I go all the way up the hill, and then on my way back I'm coming over one, so I'm cutting everything twice basically. So that way it cuts the clippings up even more, and it gets some of the scragglers because the grass is really thick and you don't always get them on the first cut. And also you're going the opposite way with the grass, so you're flipping it over the other way and getting some of the grass that lays down. And it seems to be, from what I've been doing, this is the best method, the fastest way to get it done. Not the only way, it just seems to be the fastest. You could start in the center and blow it out and blow it out and blow it out, but then you're not cutting it twice, you're only doing it once. And then you're going to find yourself that you're going to have to go over it again anyway, so... Now these are on these overgrown yards. And like I said, it's not a jungle overgrown. This is a regular maintenance overgrown. So this is like almost 3 weeks it hasn't been cut. So 2.5 weeks it hasn't been cut. So there you go. I hate these hills. But it is what it is. They look nice when you get them all trimmed up nice. And that's my job. And that's why people call me. I'm like the quicker picker up or the quicker fixer up, or I don't know. I'm always fixing yards in a sense, but it's good. People watch me and they want me to cut their grass. That's how it works.
One, two, three, four.
Alright, now that we got the back all done, The front is pretty thick here. Now I thought it hadn't been edged in a long time, so I started blowing it back, and I cleaned all the cracks out with the 322L. Now it's a trick that I've learned before I even had an edger, was to use the weed whacker and just kind of blow it back. Well, then I come to find out it had been edged recently, in the past. It's just overgrown. This hasn't been edged the way I edged it, so I went ahead and just edged it, and then I went back over with the blade edger, and then I went back over it again with the trimmer to get the scragglers out. And it's a technique that I've learned. So when I'm out here cutting the grass and doing a yard maintenance, it's like, I hate to say the word like, I say it all the time, but what it is, it's my passion, and I develop techniques, and it's not just cut and go. Oh, if it didn't get it on the first pass, it's done. No, it's not the way I do it. I don't leave unless that place looks the way I want it to look. Otherwise, I don't bother doing it. Now, there are some times where I get lazy, but not on a first-time customer. No way. It's got to be your A game. I mean, they can hire you and fire you on the same day. So, especially when I charge a premium. And I got all the fees on this job. Overgrown, difficulty level, inflation, gas price. Sorry, but I gotta add it now while I can, or I'm not gonna get it. But it's just a place, it all depends where you're at. Right now I'm in a comfortable place where I can ask the prices that I really want. If you're not in that place, you gotta do what you gotta do. So it's not a one-trick pony at all for anything for anybody. I will get that job across the street on the right-hand side. I'm working on that one. There's an abandoned property on the right-hand side that I've done once, and before I even knew YouTube did things like that, because my uncle actually asked me to go over there and knock it out, so I went ahead and did it. And then the people just let it go, and then they sold the property, this and that, and it went right back to before I even cleaned it out, and I was kind of frustrated. But here you go. I'm gonna get ahead and get out the stick edger and trim it up real nice, and then I'll go back over it and blow it out, and this job will pretty much be done. And I got the 525 LK combi with the Lowe's blade on here, which I absolutely love this blade, but they're expensive. So let you watch this and let me know what you think. Okay, the only reason why I'm doing this is I'm going to have another tool. I could just blow all this out, but it was so dry that it would have made a gigantic mess. So I figured, well, I'm just going to let him do this. I hate doing it because it's just a lot of dust in the mower, but it's just, you see all the sand that's in there. We just have a lot of sand. Oh, it's old enough to make a mess. Still blow it out. Yes, indeedy, it's fun time. This is the best part of the job. Blowing it all off. I love doing this. I could do this all day long. Let somebody else cut the grass and just let me blow off all the yards. I've actually gotten good at it. That's probably not a good thing to say, but yeah, I've gotten good at blowing off yards. Yeah. Well, there you go. It's all done. Thanks for watching. So this was a new customer, overgrown yard, first time cut. So I took care of it. Now it looks great. You see some of the pictures from before, the way it looked. So it wasn't abused. It just it hasn't been cut in a little while, so they needed somebody to cut it. Needless to say, they absolutely loved it, and I'll be back cutting again. And don't forget to hit the button like, subscribe, and see you on the next cut. Remember, the cutting force is with you.